right. I feel some excitement in the air. That is some good stuff right there. So if I can just have everybody's attention. You know, today when I woke up this morning, I had this renewed sense of energy, not just because it was Friday, but because we had a lot of exciting things happening at PB School today. You know, I've been an educator for for 17, 16 years, going into my 17th year, and I love learning every day. And when I woke up today, I said to myself, I have really two unique opportunities. The first one was I had the opportunity to run through the community and support our police officers today. And as I ran around each school and I got to see the students come out and cheer them on, I couldn't help but just run with a smile on my face. So I wanted to thank you first for being out there and cheering them on, cheering us on as we ran around to support Special Olympics. And then today, right now, is probably one of the coolest opportunities I've ever had as an educator. And that is to celebrate and recognize the achievements of what we have done together as a school. And that's a testament to you, the students. It's a testament to our staff. It's a testament to our community. We believe very strongly in building students with good character. And that comes from not just what happens in the classroom. It comes from what happens outside the classroom. And today you're going to hear from many different people, and they're going to tell you some stories about their experiences growing up and the organizations that they're involved in. And I'd like to welcome, and let's give a PB welcome to our Stomp Out Bullying organization for being here today. And I'd also like to recognize Bryce Petty and the New York Jets for being here today. I hope you remember when we started off school this year in October, we were recognized as a community for what we did to support bullying and the initiatives against bullying. You know, when we talk about what we do as a school, it's not just about learning the content. It's about being good people and treating each other with the 6 pillars of character that we've learned about. And back in October, we recognized the community. We were recognized by the community for wearing blue to celebrate Stomp Out Bullying and what they believe in. And as I watched you throughout the year, the way you work with one another, I think it's great the way that you learn. Mistakes are going to happen, but we learn from them. And we're guided by a lot of great people. We're guided by our teachers. We're guided by our parents. We're guided by our peer leaders who are representing us in their shirts today. I am so proud to be a part of the school and to be able to be here today as one of 4 schools in the state to be recognized for what we do. And it comes through our fundraising. It comes through what we do through our guidance department, what we do in our house initiatives, getting together, mixed grades, working together for a common cause. And so as you sit here today, I want you to reflect about all the good things that you as an individual student have accomplished in the classroom and have accomplished with your friends. And I hope that moving forward, not just for the last week of school, but moving beyond this, for the 8th graders as you go on into high school, and for the 6th and 7th graders as you continue to build a legacy here, remember the 3 things that we hold true to PB. And that is knowledge, spirit, and promise. So today, let's celebrate all the great things that we've done. And I'm so excited for the next hour that we get to spend together. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Jesse Linder. Jesse works for the New York Jets as the Director of Community Relations. So let's give him a warm round of applause.
All right. I gotta try this. Who are we? Who are we? That's the best thing, best beginning to assembly ever. So, on behalf of the entire Jets organization, our owner Woody Johnson, our team president Neil Black, all the coaches, all the players, and all the staff, it's really an honor to be here. So thank you for having us. We're really here to congratulate and recognize Pequannock Valley School for having an exceptional school environment that works to eliminate bullying and promote a school culture of upstanders. I don't know if you guys use that term upstanders, but you have a choice. You can be a bystander who just watches things happen and don't do anything, or you can be an upstander, someone who tries to change the culture and step in and do things. And all of you here today are definitely examples of upstanders. So the way from everyone, from the administration to the teachers, to you, the students, create positive culture, and do not tolerate bullying is the reason why our special guests are here today. I want you to give all of you yourselves a big round of applause for that. Congratulations. Now, the next person that I want to make sure we recognize and is one of the main reasons that we're here today is your school counselor. I'm not going to mispronounce her last name. I'm just going to call her Miss Terry. So can we give Miss Terry a big round of applause? Almost 1 year ago, Ms. Terry, she came to a teachers conference at our training camp in Florham Park, right down the road, right down 287. And at that conference, we were explaining a lot of techniques and ways to help fight bullying. And she wrote an essay. Many of you, I'm sure, have to do every day in class. And she wrote an essay on what she took away from that conference, and she was one of the 4 best essays that we read, and that's why we're here today. Now, as your principal said, we have a really fun program for you today. You're going to hear from a couple special guests, which I'm going to reintroduce to you in a moment, and you'll also get a chance to ask some questions, and I think we're going to have some trivia questions at the end. Our first guest that you'll hear from in a little bit is obviously Ross Ellis, CEO and founder of Soundbound Bowling. Can we give Ross a big round of applause? So, when the Jets were looking for a partner to work with on our anti-bullying campaign, Soundbound Bowling stood up and above or over everybody else. We're a football team, so our expertise is in football. It's not necessarily in bowling, but what Ross is doing and with her guidance is helping us become an expert. Our next guest, obviously, who you were introduced earlier, is Jets quarterback Bryce Petty. Let's give her a big round of applause. Bryce has been so awesome for our community relations department. Anytime we ask him to do something, he does not hesitate to help us out. And I came up to him, I think it was almost about a month or 2 ago, and I had asked him, hey, I know you guys don't have practice on this Friday. It's like the only day they don't have practice this week. Do you mind coming out? Before I even finished, he said, I'll be there. This is what I'm all about. The school sounds amazing. And he said, but before I go, I want to make sure that we recognize some students at this school. He wanted to recognize, hey, who are the students that are going above and beyond to be upstanders? So what we're going to do right now is we're going to recognize your peer leaders who will go above and beyond to be upstanders. So we're going to call you guys up one at a time. Bryce, if I can have you come up. Peer leader Samantha Bellman, come on up, Samantha. All right, here we go. Tyler Brown, come on up. All right, our next, Samantha Gordon. Michelle Pressler. All right, and last, I think, from 7th grade, Emma Torciello. All right, now to the 8th graders, Emily Bashada. Jordan Fuchs on the board. All right. Carolina Garcia. CJ Gordon. All right, let's give this one student a big round of applause, even though she's not here, Erin Hall, who's outside. Charlotte Hardy. Madeline Lindgren. Ashley Livingston. Sarah Lutenberger. Cindy McMahon. Sydney Rosario. Katie Schaffner. Jenna Walter. Regan Balsienko. And Rebecca Zahner. To talk to, but what I'm going to ask you guys have been great so far. What I'm going to ask you to do is just make sure you listen to everything that our guests have to say today, because at the very end, what we're going to do is we have about 15 or so more prizes here. We're going to ask some trivia questions. And anything that they talk about could be a potential trivia question. So make sure you're listening closely to what we have. So, like I said, Stop Out Bullying has been an invaluable organization for us, and we couldn't do the work that we're doing without them. So, without any further delay, I'm going to bring up Ross Ellis, CEO and founder of Stop Out Bullying.
Congratulations to you and the entire school for being part part of the solution in working to end bullying and cyberbullying. Stop Bullying, in case you don't know, is a leading national anti-bullying organization in the country for kids and teens. And we're so proud to do the work that we do, working to really take our mission even further and change the culture. And so we're asking you to help us do that. Change the culture in your school and in your community. We're so proud to partner with the New York Jets. It's our third year. And part of the partnership has been ensuring that 1,000 tri-state schools got educators' bullying prevention toolkits. And we're committed to helping the schools educate all of you and helping you to educate those who don't know about bullying and cyberbullying prevention and just putting an end to it. Totally committed. And we're very excited that Bryce Petty is here today. We all know that bullying is a constant and repetitive behavior. And bullies, they want to take away your power. So the best way to let them not to take away your power is for you to be empowered. If someone verbally or emotionally bullies you, you cannot ignore it. But what you can do is look the bully in the eye, just have a little bit of an attitude, and if they call you a name or whatever, just look at them and say, yeah, whatever, and walk away. Or say, if they say something to you, say, is that all you can think about today? And walk away. Don't have a conversation. Because I promise you, if you continue to do that, that will stop them in their tracks. And the other thing that happens when you do that is you've now taken away the bully's power. So I hope you will remember that. If you're being bullied, you can also use the buddy system. Well, hang out with your friends because bullies rarely will go after a group. If the bullying doesn't stop, it may be time to ask for help from an adult. Don't be afraid. There are adults who will help you. Now, I want you all to do something for me and just hang in with me and do it. Close your eyes. Totally close your eyes. Imagine that your best friend in the whole world is sitting next to you and they're really scared and they're in emotional pain because someone bullied them. Think about how your best friend feels, how bad they feel, but think about how you can help your best friend. Will you be an upstander, stand up to the bully on their behalf, or will you let your friend continue to hurt? I hope you will make the right decision by being an upstander and not just being a best friend, but to anyone. Help your best friend, but help anyone who's going through that. Because I promise you, being an upstander is the right thing to do. You can open your eyes now. We all know that everyone is different. We're all different. Some kids have red hair, some kids have blue hair, some kids have tattoos, some kids wear clothes that are different from the ones we might wear. And it's important to understand that no matter who you are, what you look like, your race, your sexual orientation, your beliefs, nobody deserves to be bullied for any reason. We live in a diverse world, and inclusion is key. Don't let any of this happen in your school. Work to change the culture. We're all the same, and even though we have differences, we are all people. So that's really important to remember. If someone says something, or even if you're thinking something, it's important to remember that we really are the same because we're all people. Now, how many of you, I'm afraid to ask, are on social media? Show us your hands. I'm not sure what you're looking to check. I know you want to see what someone is doing or what someone may have said about you, but my philosophy is, why would you care what someone said about you if you didn't ask their opinion? Think about that. Like if someone says you're ugly, you didn't ask them. You didn't say, am I ugly? Why would you care if they say I'm ugly? Because you know better. You know you're not. So think about that when you go to check your social media, because I think you can serve better time not check to see if someone's going to an after-school event, whatever. But think about it, because it's really important. You may have heard in the news recently, this week, that Harvard University revoked admissions from students who shared really insensitive memes. There were 10 students who initially were accepted to Harvard, and now they're out because they posted really horrible, insensitive things that I can't imagine anyone posted. And now they've lost their admissions to Harvard. Rule 1, do not post anything on social media that you wouldn't want your parents and teachers to see, and think before you post, because it will follow you. School admissions, college admissions, potential employers, they all look at what you're posting on your Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat and all of that. Don't think that you can't get caught. Your future is ahead of you, but there may not be a future if you're doing what these Harvard students, potential Harvard students did. So please think before you post. When it comes to cyberbullying, rule 2, never respond to a nasty post, not ever. What's going to happen is you're going to fuel that fire and it's just going to ignite. Block and delete them. Block them from all of your digital devices, wherever they are. If you're being threatened by someone online, please tell your parents or your school. Don't try to handle it yourself, but never respond. If you're a bully or a cyberbully, think about what you did and why it was a bad thing and who you hurt. And trust me, you can talk to an adult about it. If anyone in this room is a bully, which I don't think anyone is, but if there are any bullies in here, you can go to your principal, who's amazing, or Trish, or anybody, and say, I'm a bully and I need help. So don't be afraid of that. There are 4 key things I want you to think about today and walk away with. Remember to think before you post, because it will affect your future in many, many ways. Be an upstander. If you didn't ask someone's opinion, don't even let it affect you, because it doesn't matter what they say, you didn't ask. And talk to your fellow classmates and ask them about their cultures. You'll be amazed at what you can learn about someone else's culture and the wrong assumptions that people can make. You attend an amazing school, and I know that you're all going to work really hard to make sure that bullying does not exist in this school, and I'm so proud of all of you for doing the right thing. Thank you. Now I'm giving the program back to Jessie.
Thank you, Ross. Obviously, she gave us a lot of good information there. And our next speaker is going to give us some really good information as well, too. Like I said, when I asked Bryce to come out today and I told him where we were headed and how great this school was, he did not hesitate to commit to attending today. So if we can all give a great big round of applause for this.
But first off, I just want to thank you guys for having me. I know you guys will probably be in your coloring books. Y'all coloring in 6th grade? I don't know if y'all do. No, y'all learning math and all that good stuff. But just real quick, the only reason that we're here is because of what you guys do. And being upstairs, what Miss Ella said and Jessie. So I commend you guys for that. Great job. Keep that up. On behalf of Jessie, Stop That Bullying, I just want to congratulate everyone here for being an upstander, like I just said. I mean, that goes truly far, far beyond instilling right now in you guys' life to college and to the professional world and everything else. When you're a good person right now, every day it's to grow and to be a better person, right? So congratulations on that. Just a little bit about myself. Like Jesse said, I play quarterback for the New York Jets. From Texas, so I apologize with my accent. You guys are probably a lot smarter than I am. Definitely better looking. No? Okay, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Real quick, when Jesse asked me to do this, he gave me 4 stats they kind of blew my mind as far as bullying goes. I want to kind of read you guys off these 4 stats, and I would pay attention to these 4 stats if I were you guys. Number 1 out of 4 kids gets bullied. For you math kids in here, I think I'm math, right? That's 25%. Yeah, nice. Very nice. 1 out of 4. That's a lot. That's a lot. If you look to your left and you look to your right, 1 out of 4 kids is sitting on your right. 1 out of 4 you guys. Number 2. Up to 43% of kids report being cyberbullied. Then when I was growing up, we didn't have, we had phones, but they were like flip phones. It's not what it is today. I can't imagine what you guys have to go through when you guys look on Instagram and Snapchat and Twitter and other things that you guys have and get mistreated. So that's 43%. That's a lot of kids that get cyberbullied. Number 3, I'm sorry, actually it's only 3. Number 3, so 5.4 million students skip school at some point in their year due to bullying. That's not cool. That's not cool, right? We don't want our friends missing school because they get bullied, whether it's face-to-face, whether it's on social media. Those things aren't good. So if you see that, whether your friends talk to you about it or if you see it on social media, be an upstander like this Ellis is talking about. Be somebody that encourages either that bully to stop or to help your friend out. Whether it's, we're going to go through, there's actually 7 things here that you can do to help them out. I'm about to go through those in a second. But, when I was a kid, I got bullied. I had a huge gap in my teeth. You should have seen it. I could have put a quarter in it. It was good. But all I can remember is how bad I felt when I got made fun of. Going back home and telling Mom, what's wrong with me. And something that my mom always told me that kind of made me feel better about, the situation was just the fact that I was beautifully and wonderfully made. And I want to encourage all of you guys to understand that all of y'all are beautifully and wonderfully made. And there's nothing wrong with anything about you. You're perfect, just the way you are. And so, just like Ms. Ellis was saying, your self-worth and who you are should never be determined by what someone else says. And that's really important for you guys to understand, because there's going to be guys out there, guys and girls, that are insecure about themselves. And so the only way that they feel better about themselves is to make fun of you. And so it's almost a sense of, and how I deal with it now, because I have social media and I get bullied too still, is that I know that they're just a very insecure person, and it's almost that you feel sorry for that person, but you can't give them that time of day or that power to hold that weight over you, if that makes sense. So here, I'm going to give you guys 7 things. These are 7 things to help as far as ways to be an upstander. So here's number 1. Don't laugh or encourage the bully in any way. It's not funny. It's not funny, because the thing about it is, if they were saying it to you, would you be laughing? Or would you want your friends to laugh while they said it? It's tough. It's not fun. Number 2, help the person being bullied get away. So whether you walk them off the playground or get them off social media or whatever the case is, just get them away from that situation. Get them out of that situation. Number 3, don't become an audience for the bully. And that kind of goes back to don't laugh. Don't encourage it. That's really what a bully is looking for. It's an audience. So don't give them that power. Number 4, tell an adult. There's nothing wrong with telling somebody. That's actually kind of what I want you guys to do. If you see it, tell somebody. If you see something on Instagram or on Twitter, tell your parents. Because that stuff needs to be stopped. It really does affect kids. They get it. Number 5, don't post video of the incident to go viral on social media. This is a big thing nowadays. Everybody wants to videotape things and put it out. And it's, again, it goes back to, you're giving the bully an audience, 1, but 2, you're promoting it. You don't want to promote fighting, bullying, things like that. It's not anything to be shared. It's not anything to laugh at. Number 6, reach out to that person about being bullied in friendship. And so that's kind of that deal of helping.